First things first here, and this should go without saying, but you never know. Make sure you're facing towards the rack, not away from the rack where the bar could slip out of the J hooks and you could fall and suffer a head injury or even worse, just severe humiliation in public. So once you have that figured out, get the bar lined up around mid-thigh. I would start with the feet just underneath the hips, and then you can play around with the positioning from there. You can walk the feet back a little bit if you like. You might feel a little bit more glute in that situation. You're going to get a little bit more glute loading at the top, but this should be very heavy hamstring. You should feel like you're able to push your thighs into the bar the whole way, especially on the way up. Really push your leg into the bar, and you should feel a really nice stretch of the hamstrings. If you go too far back, often you'll find your heels are going to start coming off the ground. You're going to feel like you're using a lot of calf to hold on, which isn't usually the most comfortable feeling. So again, play with the foot position, see what feels good to you. Play with the amount of knee bend that you like. You don't need to have the knees completely straight. You probably don't have too much bend either. You can also play around with reaching the dumbbells out in front of you slightly on the way down and pulling them back towards your body on the way up. That'll give you a little bit more loading through the hamstrings in the stretch position. Just make sure you don't reach too far. There's a certain point where if you reach too far forward, you're going to start feeling your lower back working a little bit harder than you want it to. Lastly, be prepared to feel extremely weak on this exercise compared to a normal dumbbell RDL. So as a general rule of thumb, I usually tell people to start around 50% of what they would do for a regular RDL. So if you're used to using 100 pounds, 50% of that you would 50 carry the one. Well, you can figure out the math.